Hey guys, as you already know that Thailand is already open for tourism, but Thailand have planned to open their borders for international tourists in 4 stages. And we are gonna discuss about all those 4 stages in which Thailand will open for international tourists in this video in details. So I am your host Nixon Rivera and you are watching our YouTube channel. So without wasting any time, let's start this video. So the first stage was from April to June 2021. Starting May 6, 2021, all travelers, Thai and foreigners, will be required to undergo a 14 days quarantine regardless of nationality or vaccination status. It was of May 6, 2021, alright? But to those tourists who were fully vaccinated, they only have to require to undergo a 7 days quarantine instead of 14 days. If you are not vaccinated, then you have to go a 14 days quarantine. But if you are vaccinated, then you will only do a 7 days quarantine. So this was the rule of stage 1, which was from April to June 2021. The 7 days quarantine will only be applied to people who received their full doses of the following vaccines. The first is CoronaVac by Sinovac 2 doses, Pfizer BioNTech 2 doses, Covishield by the Serum Institute of India 2 doses, Johnson & Johnson's vaccine just 1 doses, and the Moderna vaccines of 2 doses. And you will be considered as fully vaccinated tourists after 2 weeks of your second dose. It means all travelers must receive their vaccine at least 14 days before the arrival in the Thailand, then only you will be considered as fully vaccinated tourist. Now we are going to talk about the second stage, which was from July to September. In the second stage of the reopening roadmap under the Phuket Sandbox program, Thailand will lift all its quarantine requirements in only Phuket for vaccinated travelers and will be the first destination to do so since the onset of the COVID pandemic. However, tourists will be restricted to activities within designated areas in Phuket for 14 days and then only will be allowed to visit other areas. Means you have to spend your 14 days in Phuket before you go to any other areas like Phuket or Bangkok. You have to spend 14 days in Phuket, then you can go to Bangkok or Pattaya or any other regions in the Thailand. So if you are fully vaccinated and if you go to Phuket, then you don't have to be quarantined even just for one day. You don't have to be in quarantine if you go to Phuket city from July 1 if you are fully vaccinated, but you must know that you have to carry your vaccination certificate that this can prove you that you are vaccinated. And if you will not be able to prove them that you are vaccinated, then you have to go under a 10 days quarantine. Now talking about the stage 3, which starts from October to December. In this stage, Karabi, Panghanaga, Surat Thani, Sokumai, Chonburi, Pattaya and Chiang Mai will join Phuket in welcoming vaccinated tourists quarantine free. Means if you go to Thailand in this specific area from starting 1st of October, then you don't have to be in quarantine just like in Phuket. Just like Phuket, their traveler activities will be limited to the designated areas in this destination for 14 days before they are allowed to visit the rest of the Thailand. If you go to Surat or like if you go to Pattaya from 1st of October, then you have to spend 14 days there before you go to Bangkok or somewhere else in the Thailand. Now talking about the fourth stage, which begins from January 2022 onwards. The Thai authorities have hinted a fourth stage to introduce in January 2022, wherein any foreign tourist who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and holds a vaccine passport will be able to enter Thailand without any quarantine. This is the last stage of the quarantine. After January 2022, even if you go any area of the Thailand, like even if you are going to Bangkok or even if you are going to Thailand or any area in the Thailand and you are vaccinated, then you don't have to be in quarantine even for any nights. Okay, you will just go there and you will show your vaccine passport, your vaccine certificates, and you can roam in the Thailand. But this will be after January 2022, and we have already talked about the other stages in previous part of this video. So where to quarantine in Thailand? All travelers, both Thai nationals and foreign nationals, are required to undergo a mandatory quarantine at the accredited alternative state quarantine or ASQ hotels accredited by the Ministry of Health. You can check this online, or I have made a video that cheapest quarantine hotels in Thailand. You can see it. I will provide the links of that video in the description box so you can check out the cheapest state alternative quarantine hotels in the Thailand. So we have already talked about the 4 stages in which the Thailand will open its border for international tourists. So I hope you guys got any kind of information from this video. If you got any kind of information from this video, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions, please comment down. I'll try to answer you as soon as possible. Take care guys, see you, and I hope you all are vaccinated, and if you are not vaccinated then get your jab because you will be in a safer side while traveling.